ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
What do you think, baller, huh? Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Walgreens exclusive Marvel Legends Quasar. Try to pick this up, you can do so at Walgreens. I just said it's a Walgreens exclusive. It's also an EB Games exclusive if you live up north in Canada. So if you're trying to get your other Marvel Legends, you can do so at
Search your feelings, you know it be true.
Darkside Toys is a store for you. Link below. And while you're down there, I ask you to please hit that like button, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And I give a big wet shart about this figure right over here because Quasar is one of the first Marvel characters I was ever introduced to from one of my cousin's hand-me-down comic books. I believe it was a Spider-Man Quasar team-up. And I gotta give a big thanks to Troy Collects Toys for hooking it up with this figure right over here. He sold it to me at cost, and I really appreciate you looking out, man. He's got a contest going on. Make sure you give him a follow. Link in the description below. And this figure looks pretty sweet already. I like the Quasar logo text on the side. You can see a nice image of Quasar. This image has a much lighter blue color as opposed to what we're seeing right here, which I'm pretty fine with. And there's that image again. There's a read up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. Then on this side, you can see Quasar again. And he does have a spot varnished logo on the top. I could hear the cape just like flapping around in there, by the way. It's kind of weird. It's not secured. It kind of reminds me of a part of my theme song. Which part? And then on the bottom, not much going on except for the price tag. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Quasar out of the packaging, and I will talk about the things that I like as well as the things that I don't like. But first, let's get a closer look at those accessories, because that's like the number one thing that I don't like about this figure. So the accessories bum me out. He's supposed to have energy constructs, and we get these fireballs instead, and I just don't think they really represent his power, or the band's power anyway. He does come with the fisted hands and these flat for flying hands right over here as well. But I will mention that these do look like they have a little bit more of a metallic gloss to them. It's very subtle. It doesn't really stand out too much, but it looks a little bit different. And I gotta say, I wish they kind of went with maybe the Kirby crack. I don't know. Nah, these wouldn't really work either. They're supposed to be constructs like beams of light and everything, so I don't know. I wish we'd gotten something brand new and totally different for Quasar. So while this is not the first design for Quasar, this is my favorite design, and I'm happy Hasbro went with it because it's the design I first think of when I think of Quasar. And it's not the only Quasar, there's a couple other Quasars. Wendell Vaughn, not the strongest shield agent. He ends up getting a hold of the quantum bands, and due to his will, he's able to maintain the power and use them. And he's basically a space hero, but at the same time, he's kind of like your average Joe, and I always thought he was an interesting character. I'm just not a huge fan of Hasbro going with this particular look because it reminds me of Robert Redford, especially from the MCU. I don't know why, it just really looks like Robert Redford for me. But other than that, I do like how the hair came out, and the eyes do look pretty good on my figure. Nice strong jaw right over there. And yeah, I do like the color variation in that hair. That looks dope. And the yellow right here on his cape and chest looks pretty solid. We do see the Bucky cap mold along with some other new parts. You can see we get some pinless joints right here. The quantum bands look really good, and the paint looks pretty solid for the most part. Tiny little parts, I guess, where it's not perfect, but I still really like how they came out. So yeah, pretty sweet having those. There's something about the length of the arms that throw me off. I feel like, I don't know, there's just something weird about him, and I can't pinpoint it. But yeah, we get the Bucky cap legs up here, and you can see that the color red kind of changes a little bit. You can see it's painted red over the blue plastic, and then there we have the actual red plastic right there. So new feet right here, Sunfire feet, and we get peg holes right here. I am bummed out that the cape does not have black painted on the inside. We get some still silver stars and stuff like that. I do like the design and how this looks for the most part as far as the white paint applied to it, but yeah, it would have been really cool if they painted the inside of this black and then had all these stars painted over black and then the outside still blue. While it's very subtle, I do see a little bit of black paint mixed in here with the back of the cape. I do like that. The hair does get in the way, so you cannot get him to look up really as far as I'd like him to. You can move the head very far downward, shifts forward and back like a power driver. You get side and side motion, and you get a little bit of head tilting or pivoting right over there. You can get the shoulders moving up that far and down all the way. You could rotate forward and do a full 360 bicep swivel. Then you get, again, those pinless double jointed elbows. They do bend in all the way. Then all the hands turn side to side, hinge up and down. You get an ab crunch forward, ab crunch back, waist swivel, hips move outward all the way. And you can kick forward, back, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, calf rotation, ankles move down, up, and beautiful ankle pivot. And to measure out this Quasar figure, you can see that he is standing right around the 6.5 inch mark. Then for a size comparison, we have Quasar next to a couple other Avengers, we have Captain America, and we have Ms. Marvel. And I don't think Quasar really counts as part of the Marvel family. He kind of was. He was Marvel Boy once, right? Then for the Annihilators comparison, finally, yeah, we have Quasar, so we can have our Annihilators over here, but not the exact costumes or designs, you know. Anyway, we have Better Ray Bill, Silver Surfer, Quasar, Nova, we have Ronan the Accuser, and we have Gladiator. Then here's Quasar next to his nemesis. We have the Chameleon. No, this is not his nemesis, but I just wanted to do a head swap just so I could see if this would make for a good Alexander Pierce. And it kind of does, right? I just wish he kind of had a younger look to him, right? Quasar's supposed to be a bit on the younger side. Let's just see how this cape looks not attached to the figure at all. I mean, we know what the Bucky Cap mold looks like, but yeah, the arms do look a little extra long. I don't know. You tell me, are the arms extra long on Quasar or not? Then here's Quasar next to the Retro Collection Vintage Spider-Man. Then here's Quasar next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Ooh, quantum bands. Think you could make me a pizza? That's no pizza. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please show some love to the channel by hitting that like button, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button as well as a notification bell. And a big thanks to all these people that contribute to this channel via the Tron and membership. If you are interested, check it out. Link in the description below, or hit that join button. This figure is a weird one for me because no matter what, I am stoked to have a Quasar figure in my Marvel Legends collection. Kind of makes me feel biased with this figure. So yeah, there is definitely some leeway on my end just because I'm happy to have the character in the collection. However, I obviously had my complaints. I discussed them throughout the video. So I'm curious if you guys shared those complaints as well. And even though I do have those gripes, I still really like having this piece. I do feel like it definitely could have been done better. Definitely want some changes, but I still like it. And at the price point around 30 bucks, oh yeah, it kind of costs quite a bit to get it from Canada right now. So I don't know, say 30 bucks. I'm gonna give it a Sun rating of meh. And yeah, I'm still happy to have the figure, you know? So I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below if you want to see the latest Marvel news and a photo gallery of images. You can find it over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to follow me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.
Crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face,